Welcome to Mishna. Study Masechet Pesachim Perekim al Mishnah Aleph. Over here in this Mishnah, I'm going to discuss a mixture of Hamess. Right, so it's not actual bread, but let's say you took, some flour and you put it into, a different item, and we're going to see some of these, other items, right? Or beer, right? Beer is, derived from Hamess, right? So the different types of, we'll call, Hametz, but it's not at the level of bread. How do we view these? So Elu Ovrim bePesach. Right? On these, according to Rambam, ovrim over here means ovrim bevali ra'eh ubevali maseh. Right? You're not allowed to go ahead, you're not just allowed to eat chametz on Pesach. Right? But over here, you're also not allowed to have this in your home. You can't own it. Right? According to Rambam, you're over on a lo ta'aseh. Mamash lo ta'aseh of bali ra'eh and bali matzeh. According to Bartinura and others, it's actually they mefaresh not in the sense of the lo ta'aseh, rather mitba'arim na'alam. You have to get rid of it, right? Which is interesting. Tosfot Tov points out actually that Bartinura, Rabbeinu Ovadia and Bartinura Maseh Halah was mefaresh like Harambam that it's actually a lo ta'aseh, right? So it's interesting that one place he was tofes like Rashi, another place is tofes like Harambam. But over here, Rambam again, it's a Bali Rambam, the lo ta'aseh, kutaha babli, right? Kutaha babli. Right? This is some type of Babylonian, really like a dip that they would have. Again, yeah, it's also the idea over here is it's made from, made from this type of chametz itself. Just a mixture of different curds and and flour. Shechar, right? Shechar is something that's intoxicating, and a lot of times they will make it from wheat and barley, right? What we call beer today. The people of Madai would do this. That's why it was called, Madain Shechar Madi. The Hometz Edomi, right? This is also Hometz type of vinegar from the land, right? The areas of Edom. They would add, what would they add to it? They would add barley to it. Vizetus Hamitzri, right? They would take also some salt, some flour, some flour from barley, some I think it's a caraway type of seed in even parts. And they would mix it with water, and they would use this for medicinal purposes. Right? Again, it has all these items have flour in it. It has some chametz in it. It's not bread, right? But it has the chametz ingredients in there. Vizema shel tzabaim. Also, some type of psolet of kemach that would also be soaked. They would use it for dyeing, like with the purple wool, right? They would go ahead and do that a lot of times. Ba'amilan shel tabachim, right? It's interesting. They would take these unripe kernels of wheat, grind them up, right? Dry them out, grind them up, and then knead it into these loaves of bread, and they would put it on the covers of these pots of food when they were cooking it, and it would help absorb some of the smell and whatnot while they were cooking. And again, this was this type of item. Again, we're going to call it a mixture of chametz. Kulan shel sofrim, right? Rambam actually has it minukad over here on the side as kulan shel sofrim. So again, it was a type of dough, right? That was made, for binding books, right? They would use it, this mixture again that they would use to help bind books together. But, and now comes Rabbi Eliezer, and he includes Rabbi Eliezer up to right? Again, this was done from also a type of flour. The woman would take it and they would use it as cleaning, like a type of soap, and they'll wash their faces with it. And again, part of it was some type of barley. Zakilal, right? Zakilal, by the way, is not like. Oh, by the way, so what's his issue over here? His issue over here is it's not made. It's just avak, right? It's just a type of like a dust over here, right? It's not, but what is he worried? He's worried you may come to soak it at the time of washing, and therefore he comes to include that as well. Halacha is not like the Ezer. Now the Mishnah continues and says Ze'akila. This is the rule, right? So according to Tanakh, this is the rule. Kol shehu min dagan, right? Harez over b'Pesach. Right? Meaning what? If it has any of the 5 grains and you mix it with water, you over, as we mentioned at the beginning of the Mishnah, you over on the lo ta'aseh of Pesach, right? Of Bali Ra'eh and Bali Matzeh. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating it. Right? You wouldn't be hayav karet for eating right? You only over, on this case, you over on the lo ta'aseh of bali ra'eh and bali matzeh. Now, but if it was without water, or if it was only made with fruit juices, no water involved, he's not over and you're allowed to eat it, right? According to Rambam, you're allowed to eat it. Sfaradim, this is an important rule, right? If you have flour that's made, cake that's made only with orange juice, grape juice, matzah, right? Some of the egg matzot are made with what? Only juice, no water involved, right? And if it's done like that, that would be okay, right? You're allowed to go ahead and eat that. Right? We have a principle, me perot en mahmitzin. Right? Fruit juices do not cause, the grains to become chametz. Hare'enu be'azhara, right? Meaning what? If someone eats any of these, right? They're the mixture of dagan. These are be'azhara. Ve'en bahem mishum karet. Right? There is no karet involved, right? Because our principle is en chametz dagan gamur anush karet ve'al iruvo belat. Right? Hamess dagan gamur anush karet, full hametz bread a person's hayav karet for, but a mixture is over in a lav in a lo ta'aseh. Right? And then just to point out, Rambam sums up, it says all this is talking about when the hametz that's mixed together is a kazait b'chleach that's pras, right? Eating a kazait in the time it eats the a loaf of bread, right? That's when you're going to be hayav. If someone eats this, we'll get malkut for it, right? We'll get the lashes for it. But if it was less than that amount, right, a smaller piece than that, or he ate it in too long of a time, then he's not going to be hayav malkut. Rather, you're just going to but he's still obviously not allowed to eat it. And as we mentioned, halacha is not like Rabbi